Hi, Joe here. I'm a fat black belt, and today we're going to talk about how today went. Yesterday, I posted the video about the really bad day and the reasonably good follow up. So, how did today go? As predicted, I drank a lot of water, and also like diet soda and tea. Don't believe people that tell you that stuff is not water. It all counts. It's water. It's fine, unless you are a professional athlete who is crushing your electrolytes. You're fine. Just drink fluids. Drink 0-calorie fluids. Yes, don't drink your calories. That's a terrible idea. I have a hard enough time not eating my calories. Speaking of which, all right. So no breakfast because yesterday was just too much. For lunch, I had the family out to IKEA again because we're just addicted to horse meat and liminal spaces. And the kids wanted Swenson's. My son last week had heard that they had an amazing cheeseburger because he'd been lied to. I mean, look, Swenson's is okay if you want your food to taste like candy, but I'm not particularly interested in my food tasting like candy. It's an interesting burger, but I don't think it's a good burger. I'm making iced tea, so I have to listen to the boiling in there. Anyway, point is, we got burgers. I also got some fried zucchini, which I, at the time, was like, I guess that's better than fries. I'm not convinced it is. In hindsight, fries probably would have been better for me, but you know, they were interesting. I like fried zucchini. Anyway, so after that, I was like, what am I going to do? Because I definitely wanted today to be a cleaner food day. So what I decided to do was just take charge of the food. So dinner, I was like, I got to get some protein in me. I got to get some fiber. I got to get that shit. Let's go. So I made chicken enchiladas. Yeah. And I was a little thin on ingredients. Like, I had no guajillo chilies lying around. I don't know where they all went. I must have used them all to make chili. I want to say I had some ancho chilies around, but I think they might have been pasillos. Either way, that's just what I had. I had 2 of them. And truth be told, I know my kids aren't going to eat a lot of spicy food anyway. So I threw together a real quick enchilada sauce that consisted of the chilies and then just a bunch of chili powder, which is mostly guajillo anyway, to make up for the fact that I didn't have any guajillo chilies. And, you know, I tossed in the standard stuff that goes in that sauce. I did some onions, some garlic, some stock. I used some better than bouillon because it's like fucking amazing. And because I am just as pale as can be, I also threw in some ketchup to thicken that up, and a little bit of passata, just some regular tomato. Under ordinary circumstances, I wouldn't put tomato in there, but I needed it for the texture, and it was really good. It kind of came off tasting a little bit more like a chili, you know, a thin chili than a really proper enchilada sauce, but it was really delicious, so it worked for me. The inside was just chicken breast, some reduced fat cheese, and a little bit of fat-free cream cheese, and I tossed that all in there with a little bit of the cooking water from the chicken, which I had done in the rice cooker. And then as soon as the rice cooker was free, I tossed in some rice. I added some red lentils to increase the fiber. And then when it was done cooking, I added some peas and some corn to increase the vegetable count. Rolled up the tortillas in some of those net zero tortillas and hit them with the sauce and a little bit more, or a lot more because of the kids, of the low fat, you know, Mexican mixed cheese stuff. The reduced fat cheese does not melt as well, if I'm being perfectly honest. You know that, I know that. It melts for shit. But, you know, if you're going to put cheese on top and you want to save yourself the calories, this is the way to do it. And it was really filling, and it was very high in protein, and it had a lot of fiber, and it was delicious. And the kids loved it, which is a shock because my son doesn't love shit. So this is definitely going on the list for the future. If I had taken some pictures, I could have done a really proper recipe on here. I'd be kicking Josh Weisman's ass because at least I cook.
Oh, shit!
Honestly, the rest of the day was just laundry. So much laundry. And, like, I do kind of feel like hauling laundry up and down stairs. And then the way I fold laundry, because I have ADHD, is kind of like I fold stuff at the table until I find something that doesn't go there. And then I just walk it over to the couch or I walk it over to the bedroom. I think I get more steps doing laundry than most anything else. So, you know, that was fine. That helped me out a lot. And I think that's it. I don't predict any more eating tonight. It's already almost 8 o'clock, so I think it's probably just going to be like the normal, like, handful of peanuts, yasso bar, blah blah blah. But I don't think any other real food's going in me. I do want a lot more water though, and I think that's it. Today is Labor Day, so I did labor. Feels like that shouldn't be how it goes. Anyway, I couldn't find my pink tank top, so you guys get the chest hair. That's all. Back to Taekwondo tomorrow. We may even double up. Maybe see if I can drag my son into like a 5:30 or something. I think he's got therapy tomorrow, so maybe not. But I'm hoping to go in.